What's up guys, good morning. Took the day off yesterday, cleaned my car, cleaned my room, did some laundry, and today, after driving around the Evo for a while, I realized that in order to get it to not rub, I kind of had to crank the dampening all the way up, so the car started riding not so good, because I got softer springs, 6K in the front, 8K in the rear, and talking to my Evo friends over in Australia at Keeley, it sounds like I should be closer to 8K and 10K in the rear, which will allow me to run a little bit softer dampening and actually utilize the shock. So today, I got some new springs from BC. I'm gonna swap those out, hopefully get this thing riding a little bit better, maybe play with ride height and my alignment a little bit. But I'm ripping over to Tommy's shop, bringing him some Starbucks because he's a little coffee boy now. And yeah, that's it. Tommy's making me do a merch plug because I always am like, no, I don't want to do it. He's like, dude, to sell shirts, you gotta put the merch in the videos. Am I not wrong?
Go on, let's see. All right. This is a sick shirt.
Pretend Race Team, #1.
I love the front.
Yeah, I think hopefully this stuff will be on the website now. I don't know if it's.
Oh, cool plug. Good job, dude.
If the link's in the description, then that means the new stuff's available. But I think you guys are gonna like what I got next. Let me just pull out my briefcase real quick.
I wonder if people think I'm a great filmer or if they know.
What?
I'm on a fucking whatever these are called. True.
So, when we were doing FD, which by the way, a lot of people are asking like, did you drop out of FD? No, there's only 4 Pro 2 rounds, and the next one's actually in 2 weeks in St. Louis. So we've just been kind of on a very long break until that. But I remember all you guys wanted our FD shirts, but the problem is we couldn't do the same t-shirt because then if someone was wearing one at the event, they'd seem like they're part of our team. But we were able to do hoodies.
Buddy knew no one was crazy enough to wear a hoodie to a Formula D event in the middle of summer. No one's gonna wear that. It's so hot.
No, look how sick it is.
That's sick. No. So that's your...
Yeah, so it's literally our team shirt but on a hoodie.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, we didn't make a lot of them just because it is summer, but I thought it'd be cool to offer like our FD shirt with all the sponsors. I had to get approval from everybody to make sure they're cool with putting their logos on. That's why I didn't do it on the other shirts that we sold, just because I didn't know if like it'd be all right.
Right.
But so we've got these, the shirt that I'm wearing, and then what else?
Didn't you get a backpack?
Yeah, but the backpack's just a sample. So these are gonna be in, I guess they'll be available like back to school time. It's kind of like similar to the last backpacks that we've done. I really like this fabric and stuff. This one is just a sample though, so I added another divider because I always throw all my cameras and stuff in there. So a second like felt sleeve, and then redesigned like a lot of this in here with felt, just because I'm always throwing my cameras and stuff in here.
Did you get me one?
What?
Did you get me one?
I have a tan one if you want. There's no.
Hell yeah.
But the other thing that I was going to show that we have available now, this is a sick little power bank.
Oh, what?
It's nice, right?
I hope you have ones for me.
Yeah, and it shows you the number too. So 100 because that's how many.
Usually there's dots. That's way better. That's the battery volt footage usage thing.
Yeah, 100 reasons why your
here we go.
girlfriend should slide in the DMs real quick. That's why. Just wait till.
So what if it's at 0?
What is that 0, man? That's when I tap out. You know.
I'm gonna keep mine charged at 69.
Dude, that's the move. We actually were developing those right now. A special charger that will keep it charged at 69. you can reach
100 is really 69.
So anyway, hoodies, shirt, these, and I think I don't have any right now, but we made shop banners too. So we have like some banners in our shop. I was gonna bring one for here because your walls are a little bland, guy.
Yeah, they are.
But they didn't come in yet. So I think all that stuff should be available. Link in the description. But right now, the more important thing that we're doing, I told you guys I got Swift springs, which I'm pretty excited about.
They're pretty.
BC offers a Swift spring upgrade whenever you order coilovers there. I don't remember how much more it is. But I'm gonna swap out my springs for Swifts, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is check my alignment, just to figure out what my toe is.
This is the first thing he's gonna do.
What?
Make sure this is balanced perfectly on 2 glove boxes, so if it falls and chips, everyone gets upset. There you go. No! It's loaded! I keep it loaded for protection. That's why I keep that thing on me, the sword. Now it's not gonna be accurate.
So what I'm gonna do, it's a little bit low in the back, and Tommy brought up a good point. I didn't think that these tires are actually a little bit taller, and that's probably why, compared to the 235s that I had. But what I wanna do is get a starting point. I'm gonna measure fender to lip on all 4 corners, frame rail to ground on all 4 corners, and then I'm gonna check toe, so that way when I raise it, I can see how much we change the ride height. Then I can set the toe back to what it is if I like that ride height, or lower it back down to this, and the toe should be pretty close. I know when I raise it, the camber's gonna get thrown off a little bit, but it should be good enough to drive, just to get a feel for it, and then bring it back to Charlie to have him like properly corner balance it again. So it's gonna be kind of like a tedious process and not the most interesting thing, But in today's video, as you saw by the title, we're gonna be giving my dad back his car, so that'll be like the cool thing of today.
And god damn it looks so good.
Dude, it's good.
It's so good.
So pulling the coils out. Luckily the rears are super easy and I can just snake them out like that. And then we'll disassemble these bad boys. These have been through about a year of use. They're a little bit dirty since I got a bad axle boot on this side, but shocks are still in good shape. I just want to swap those springs out, so I'll show you guys kind of the process of swapping these from an 8K to a 10K. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah.
Skim over this.
Can I borrow that? So basically just pulling the parts off the top. There's only like 5 mil of preload, so the spring's not going to come flying off. But we are going to spin the adjustment down. That way when we put the new one on, we won't wind up with any preload. But I'm going to clean it first. Just go over this and make it all pretty. So pull the top pad off. Now we're going to loosen this adjustment just to make sure that I can not have too much preload on it. So we'll loosen this down, and then once we put the spring on, we can set preload, which is pretty easy. Put the 10K spring on. Put the hat on. Put a little cap on. Put the nut on, and we should be able to just impact this on. I've got this spun down enough. All right, so what we'll do now is basically just, the whole idea of preload on this isn't actually to have preload, it's just to make sure the spring doesn't slop around. So we'll tighten it up till it's about snug and the spring can't move anywhere. And then get the bottom ring up to it. And what we'll do is we'll spin this top ring up to add preload until we have about 5 mil of preload, which we can just use one of these spanners as a feeler gauge to make sure we get the correct amount. So pretty simple, nothing too complex. I'll just hold that bottom nut just to keep it from moving. Spin this up. And then we'll be set.
Rear's done?
Rear's is done.
Rear's is done. You gonna roll that fender with that wrench a little bit more while you're under there?
I'm so sick of you picking on me, Dad.
I'm the bully, dude. That's what they call me when Rudnick was here. You're basically Rudnick, so.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this situation is working out for me. Yeah.
So which was easier, front or rear?
I don't know, we'll see. The rear wasn't that bad because it just kind of fell out of place. I think stock stuff's more annoying, you know?
Yeah.
Putting the front back in would be kind of a pain. Like
Front's gonna suck.
But taking it out doesn't seem like it'll be that bad anymore. It's obviously not settled, but this is with the new springs, no ride height adjustment, same preload. Let's see how it sits. 2K stiffer. The rear's not bad. I might leave the rear.
That's perfect.
The front might want to come down a little.
Yeah, the front does look a little touch high.
But I do, if the rake stayed the same, I did have the proper rake on the car before. But it's gonna settle, so I almost want to drive it around even with the alignment messed up a little bit around the parking lot.
You have to like...
I softened it a bit.
Oh, you did?
But that shouldn't change it that much, yeah. But no, it doesn't look bad. I mean, the front's definitely a little high.
Tack stance.
Yeah. So as it sits right now, we just took on a quick lap around the parking lot, by the way, and it feels so much better. Just goes to show if you do have a setup where you find yourself maxing out your dampening adjustment just to get it to not rub or whatever, try to get a little more stiffness out of it, you're essentially just ruining the shock and just bouncing around, where now we can actually utilize the shock that we have a stiffer spring and it felt much better. A little bit high in the front for me. I think I'm gonna leave it though, just for the sake of simplicity, so I don't have to spend forever adjusting and I don't wanna ruin my fenders. The rear I think is perfect. I don't wanna come down anymore in the rear. It's not a ton. It'll probably still rub a little bit, but I still want to start playing with it and affect the corner balance and everything. Camber is probably a little bit less right now than I'm gonna want it at. Plenty for driving around town, but I did have this thing pretty aggressive for the track, like I think a little over -3 in the front even. I don't remember what I had in the rear. But I'm just gonna drive it around as is. It might settle a little bit more. I'll just do a quick toe check right now to make sure we've got a solid like 1/8 inch in the rear. And I think the rule of thumb on these cars is like a 1/16 in the front. A little bit different than the traditional rear wheel drive stuff we're used to. All right, so when I had Chris Larson do a correction on my dad's Skyline, things kind of escalated quickly. He does the craziest detail work on like Ferrari F40s, exotics, one-of-one cars. So even though I kind of told him to just do a quick correction on the Skyline, things escalated and...
Larson doesn't do just quick things, he does good fire quality things.
Was it like 3 weeks? Every day, going ham on this thing, fully wet sanded the entire car.
This is $9,000 detail territory.
This is, he said 13 grand is what he would charge for this job.
That's wild.
And here I am filming it in sun. Probably though.
It looks sick.
Oh, did it rain a little bit? I think it did. I see some sprinkles.
Did it rain?
So this car's fully coated now. If you notice, he got all that crap out. I know he had to do a little bit of touch up, but the car looks unreal right now. Not the best lighting to show you guys, but anyone that knows anything about detailing will know that from what this car was with all the swirls and everything, it's unreal now. Man, I wish I filmed it in the shop.
The sap, getting the sap off and stuff is key.
I'm just happy now that it's like super, super protected, so it'll be
hose it with shit water.
dumb simple.
Dry it off.
But anyway, my dad hasn't gotten to drive it since I did the brakes, tires, and the turbo because it's been corrected. The good news is now I get to rip over there. I'm gonna take him out in it so you can finally get a quick ride. Yeah, I'll clean the windshield for him. That'll be the first thing he'll say, be like, a car looks great, but the windshield, I can't see out of it. So anyway, now I'm pumped on this thing. I think he's gonna be excited.
It's so good.
Forgot how ridiculously clean this car is. It's such a nice car. This thing is so smooth and quiet, it feels like a legitimate brand new car. I can't get over it. Especially after driving my Evo that makes so many like weird noises because it's a race car at this point. This thing just feels like a dream. You ready to see the transformation?
I'm ready.
I know
I'll ever be.
I know it's been a while.
Do I look okay, guys?
Hopefully it'll be worth it. Did you shower just for the video?
I showered because I needed a shower.
Gosh. All right. Well, here she is.
Wow.
So since you last had it, obviously the full correction and ceramic coating, so you won't have to really go too crazy with washing it. But yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Remember all the crap that was in the hood and the paint and stuff?
Wow. It's like brand new.
Since you had it last too, you got a new turbo, new brakes, new tires, some new exhaust stuff.
I am so excited. I can't wait. Can I drive it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, I think you'll actually feel a difference. It's not like you can do a lot of stuff to cars and you won't really notice it, but the brakes and the tires alone made this thing feel like a new car. So I'm happy that this lighting does a lot better justice. I was trying to film it in the sun before and you couldn't really tell the depth of this color. But with this coating and stuff, you could basically hose this car down and it'll clean itself. It's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah. All right. Oh, let me get a better one. Is this for Match.com?
Whatever. It's
I'm just kidding. I want to get one from the front.
No, I want to be with your Porsche from Match.com. Get the wealthy.
I saw you doing that before.
The wealthy one.
I exposed you. I saw you leaning on it in your camera. All right, so overall, what do you think? You happy with it?
I'm very happy. I love it.
Do you think you're ready to take Tommy on in a race?
I don't know. Is he ready to take me on?
I don't think so. I'm never ready for races, you know that.
He doesn't really have any cars that work, so.
Yeah. Take him on, you on, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
No problem. Gotta kind of get myself there into the, what should I say, the groove of things.
I'll tell you what, if you could beat me in the Evo, I'll buy you a brand new Ski Nautique.
Okay.
You get all the training you want with this thing.
You're on.
Yeah.
You're on. Going up to Lime Rock tomorrow.
Are you?
Yep.
I'll set it up.
And in practice.
This thing came out unreal. Well, anyway. Forgot how nice these brakes came out. Such a nice touch.
I just want to say thank you. I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to drive reasonable, whatever that will be.
Oh, yeah?
Whatever that means.
It's a couple of seconds ago, you were challenging Tommy and me to a race, so I don't know what you mean by that.
To go fast, reasonable should beat you guys.
Yeah, oh, is that so? Your steering wheel's not even straight, remember? You turned it. You should probably, let's fix that for you, because that's gonna be...
No,
I can see the wheels outside the car.
Okay. What you
Oh, no, that's still not straight.
What you could do, Adam, is kind of put a, what do you call it, little red thing there.
Well, there's a red mark, actually.
Okay, well then put it in the red mark. We'll should have something to line it up.
Yeah, the red mark is probably up.
Alright, I'll give it a go.
You got a working horn? No fair. That's cool. That's a cool horn.
I'm a cool guy. Alright, you gotta shut the door.
I thought someone was getting murdered.
No, he's got a working horn. I had to test it out. I don't know what that feels like. Look at how good that car is.
It looks so good. It's like completely dialed perfect. Sounds good too.
Dang, that thing is sick.
That is too good. that. That sounds so good.
My dad's such a G. I bet he's gonna rip in front of the shop too, knowing him. I did end up lowering the front like about 1/4 of an inch, so it looks a little bit better now. Not perfect, but these cars, interestingly enough, are supposed to have a little bit of negative rake, with the front being, I think, about like 20 mil higher than the rear. So it looks like I'm about spot on. And now with the stiffer springs, it looks like it's a little bit higher, so I shouldn't have rubbing issues as much. And the ride quality is way better. But we're about to go test this out. Is these chips for me? Sorry, I don't eat flavored chips, guy.
You don't?
Got Jolly. Actually, let's just go to Cumbies. Let's go test it.
Let's go to Cumbies, dude.
Let's go. Cumbies run, guys. A little too much voice track.
No hag.
Is it raining yet? Hope it's not.
So good. I'll film just in case.
Oh, what? Because that's where I broke my axle last time?
That is, right?
She's still cold. Gotta let her get some heat in her. It feels way better though. It's not as like bouncy as it was before.
No.
I was a little bit nervous going up to a 10K.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. We gotta find some roads to test on. Ready to put that LSD to work?
Sir. God damn! This thing rips.
That was kind of nutty.
This thing rips. Little tire rub?
Yeah, I smell it from somewhere. It was slight though, like I barely like heard it.
Yeah.
It was like,
No, it sounded, that
dude,
felt
I was
good.
just full throttle in third around that corner. That's absurd.
This thing just rips.
Brakes are good. I would say she rips.
This thing's fucking wild.
Dude, and like the tires weren't even squealing.
No.
Yo, I'm talking to you, you're screwed, dude. Good luck.
Left here. Go ahead, go ahead.
This thing's good.
It's too good.
Dude, the brakes too, like, I kind of laid in a little bit. We're not rubbing or anything either.
No, you're in
Other than
like-
a little bit in that one area. Come on, check that Cumbies. This Cumbies up here on the left.
No, you have to now do another. You went too far.
I'm curious how noticeable the difference is to you. Since you haven't driven the car in a while, it's not going to be like as blatantly obvious.
It's smooth right away.
Yeah, the tires make like no noise compared to before.
My glasses always fall off when I do that.
I think it's so funny every time you just full rip right out of the driveway.
Doing that for Dean and David.
I think this car has a really good balance of kind of function. Like it's just fast enough without becoming unreliable. It's very, very simple. It's got good tires, but not so aggressive that like you kind of like. It's a very happy medium car and everything.
How would I be if I was drifting, say, against all those cars up in Thompson last summer?
So the only thing you'd be fine. The car might be. I don't know how well the diff would lock up for drifting. I believe that these cars have kind of like a VLSD that's not the same as a clutch type.
Yeah.
So it might kind of one wheel peel a little bit. It's hard to say, but I'd go this way. You can actually feel all.
Yeah.
Do you tell a difference at all?
Oh yeah, it's smooth. Just don't like with the sunglasses on.
Yeah. You care if I drive it for a second? Just so I can like show you how it handles?
You haven't driven it yet?
What? No, I want to show you. Here, quick Chinese fire drill. Where you can feel the tires a little bit. know you're never going to push it enough to feel the tires, so I just want you to know what they can take.
Oh, I know what they can take it. But when you're driving, you feel it, know it better.
Yeah.
Versus you're sitting here, you're relying on this person next to you.
How do you think I feel when you're driving, huh?
Yeah, but I don't drive it hard.
Not with me in it, but I've seen you from the outside.
Oh, I can drive hard, but I typically don't because I don't know what cars are going to pull out around here or everything else can happen.
Well, that's why that one bridge I knew there was no cars or anything.
I know. What's that noise? You ever hear it over here? It goes,
No.
yeah.
Yep, that's basically you have pressure built up,
Yeah.
and then sometimes your blow-off valve it won't have enough like pressure for it to open, so it'll basically the pressure will go back against the blades of the turbine. So it'd be like imagine you have a fan blowing into a tube,
Yeah.
and then someone puts their hand on the back of their tube, and then all the air pushes back at the fan and kind of.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
Us tuners love that sound. It's a very exciting sound.
Now that I know the GoPro's on, I would have really driven.
Oh well, just when we
swap.
Yeah. So now that you know the camera's on, you're gonna put your acting face on. Huh?
Absolutely.
Oh boy, here we go. I thought you were funny as it was.
I put my sunglasses on.
Oh, boy.
I have my new personality.
What's your
Hey
name?
guys,
What's your new personality name?
Joe.
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 You dropped the L.
Yeah.
I took a L.
Joe. Joey.
Joey.
Yeah, Joey.
Oh boy. Joey's coming up in his Skyline.
Yeah.
Is Joey from New Jersey?
See what kind of glasses I got, guys? Can you read the back of it?
What are they? Are they mine?
Yeah, LZ.
Look at you. Where can they find those sunglasses?
LZ.com. I don't know where.
Fortunately, I don't own that domain. Don't know who does, but this is a good car. If this light goes red, we're doing a Chinese fire drill. Just let you know.
Yep.
Better be ready for it.
Looks like it's not going red.
Looks like you're in luck.
One.
Oh. Ha. All right, Chinese fire drill in the middle of the intersection.
Thought I was
Can
a
you handle
lucky
it?
guy. Yeah, I can handle it. Can you?
Yeah. That was fate right there.
Did it, folks.
Just remember the handbrake's on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I did it kind of tight. For your seatbelt. Other side. What kind of car has a seatbelt on this side? No chill.
No problem, folks.
You just did a pull with no seatbelt on. FBI is gonna come to your house. Do you want me to do that for you?
I got it.
Man of many talents.
I was waiting for it to take off. It didn't take off.
What do you mean it didn't take off?
I mean, it was very steady. It wasn't a surge.
Yeah. I mean, the surge is down low, and then the turbo just kind of holds.
Okay.
So if you had like a giant turbo, it would pull even harder up top, but then it would be dead down low. So the whole game of turbo sizing is kind of what RPM range you want to drive in, and you kind of size your turbo to the size of your camshaft, yada yada yada. This is probably the best happy medium of being able to drive and not have a ton of lag, but also.
I in fourth and gotta go in fifth. I like that. There's no sixth.
No.
Just five.
Sixth is reverse. Yeah. So I got you. This is Tommy makes these little like keychains. It says FES spec. It looks like it's a nice keychain, but he gets these off Alibaba. Like they're cheap leather, but yeah, kind of junk. But just that way you don't lose the key.
Okay.
So if you want to keep this clipped to your waist at all times.
See if I remember how to push the button.
Oh, and do you know how to take your steering wheel off in case you ever need to
No.
take it? So there's this little thing, this metal plate. You know,
Where? Let me see.
You just pull that and pull the wheel. So pull that towards the wheel. Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
It only goes down one way?
I don't know.
Well, it'll go on different ways, right?
I don't know. Hopefully not. Yeah, so did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just try to put it on straight, I guess.
Well, you have to know where the wheels are, so you don't. No, I mean, it could go there, it could go there, it could go like that, right?
I don't know. I don't know if that's like that or
Watch,
if it'll...
well, look. All right, look where it is now.
Okay. All right, yeah, so I guess that's...
You gotta make sure. Just check it out once. And
well, you know
when
more
it's
about
straight.
that than I do, I guess.
It's with the boats, too. Do the same thing with the rudder, with the
You
steering.
got quick release on your boat steering wheel?
No, but there is one nut that pulls the steering wheel off. If it's off a little bit, some people hate to drive like that down the road. They want it perfectly like that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. If I would not let you drive a crooked car. That is not fun. Not a good time.
Doesn't matter.
I'm curious what you think from a driving perspective. Holy crap! This thing is fast as a passenger.
Dang. Dude, I felt that LSD just right there.
Did you?
The front one, it pulled right through the corner.
This thing sucks you in the back of your seat. That's not exaggerating.
Jesus.
Dude, this thing is fast.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
Like, I get used to it. I know that the first gear in this thing is nutty.
First gear is nutty.
Oh. Might have to change my pants real quick. Yeah, dude, if you like try to not let your head go back, it just hurts your neck.
Dude, this thing is fun. Doesn't rub.
No. I'm really... The brakes work.
The
We get it.
brakes work, dude.
What do you think about it?
It's so sick. This thing is dialed feeling. You know, it just feels ready and done and good.
I mean, in all fairness, I have been working on this car every day
I
for
know.
like the past ever.
pretty anal. That guy gave it a thumbs up.
Did he? This thing's sick.
Sick.
It's fun when like I've put all this time and money into it and like tinkered with it and gone through ups and downs of how I feel about it. Like I got the suspension and everything fully dialed before and then never really got to rip on it because the engine blew up literally the first day I got the suspension dialed.
Ready? Oh my God, smell those brakes? That's so good.
I think I'm gonna have to invoice him for this wear and tear.
Let me
good.
drive it, dude.
Dude, she's good.
It's
Oh,
so
I do
good.
smell those brakes.
Hell yeah.
I haven't smelt them yet.
Well, let me be the first.
Yeah. He who smelt it dealt it. That's what my mom told me.
That's true.
Yep. I think that's gonna pretty much conclude today's video. I'm stoked. I mean, I didn't really do a ton of wrenching today, but getting the new springs and alignment dialed on the good old Evo has me pretty confident in the new setup and enjoying how it rips now. So I might go take it out for some rips later tonight and maybe film a reaction with like Grant or something. But if I do that, then that'll be after that. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow.